Our next guest on the center ring is a two-time race winner in the NASCAR Truck Series, including the 2018 NASCAR's Camping World Truck Series most popular driver and last year's Snowball Derby winner. He is currently a Sunoco Rookie of the Year candidate in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, driving the number 9 Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports and sponsored primarily by PUBG Mobile. If you've ever seen that car, very primarily sponsored, especially if you watched Kansas just last Saturday. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen, Noah Gragson. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Man, I'm excited. I'm glad to have you on the show. When your manager Brandon reached out, he said, "Look, he says you're a huge video game fan, that you primarily sink your time into PUBG Mobile. Obviously, following you on Twitter and just your car kind of represents that. So I'm excited to have you on. Be happy you're not in Texas just yet. It is hailing. It is thunderstorming. Don't think you could race in this weather."
Yeah, thank God. Hopefully all that rain and thunderstorm and hail is gone by the time we get there. We'll see.
And it sucks that we're gonna miss you because I live 10 minutes down the road from Texas Motor Speedway, but BlizzCon is next week, so unfortunately we'll be there. We won't be able to come watch your race. But nonetheless, I think it'll be an exciting time. Before we get into PUBG and mobile, I do want to just kind of touch on your racing career, because obviously you're only 21 years old, correct?
Yep.
And you're a rookie as far as Xfinity Series goes. Is that correct?
Yeah. In the series, Xfinity Series, I am the rookie right now. Yep.
All right. And this is your first season with Junior Motorsports. So how's that adjusting with the new team?
It's a lot of fun being able to work with the guys at Junior Motorsports and move up to the Xfinity Series. The Xfinity Series is the second highest tier in NASCAR, so it's considered a professional level with that. And so, with that being said, it's a lot of fun, and then it's even better to get to carry the PUBG Mobile colors on the race car. It's always a lot of fun to just get out on racetrack in a good-looking race car. So, really fortunate to be able to get linked up with everyone at PUBG Mobile, and it's so cool to see the amount of support that we've been able to have so far. There's so many people that love the car. It looks so good on racetrack, and I'm just a lucky guy that gets to drive it.
Yeah, and my 3-year-old nephew, he loves race cars. He's Cars is his favorite movie. We actually were watching the race last week. He wanted to watch it. I convinced him that you are Lightning McQueen, so you have that going for you now. How do I guess the chicken or the egg question? Were you a fan of PUBG Mobile and then contacted them, or did they contact you knowing that you were a fan?
So I've been playing PUBG Mobile for the past, I'd say, year and a half. For about a year and a half now, yeah. And so I've really become a big fan of it, and I've become a constant player. I probably play 3 or 4 times a week, and then the other 3 days I'll be at the racetrack and racing, and I'll sometimes play on the road depending if I can get some games in, if I'm not too tired when I'm at these different places around the country racing. But I would always tweet PUBG Mobile on Twitter, and finally they messaged me and they asked me if I wanted to become a partner with them, and kind of worked out a deal. So it's really cool being able to work with everybody at PUBG Mobile. Like I said, they have a huge following, and they're just great people to work with, and it's a company I enjoy. So having that partnership and relationship is quite easy because I really enjoy their product.
Right. How many free cases and skins did they offer to be your sponsor?
So there, I don't know if I can give too much stuff away, but hopefully we can get like my race suit in the game. That's all I can say right now. There might be some more skins and stuff that are going to come as well, not just on people, but that's right. For something at a later time. And I just love PUBG Mobile so much that it didn't take much convincing. I really wanted to see the car get on track with the PUBG Mobile paint scheme. It looks really good. Man, I love everything about it.
Yeah. And was that ever a possibility that ran through your mind? So I'm a little older than you. I'm 29. So the games I grew up on might have been a little bit different than you. Like, what was your childhood game?
Well, I wasn't much of a gamer before I started really playing PUBG Mobile.
Now, is that just because you're on the go so much that you just needed something to do? PUBG caught your attention. Like, did you ever play PUBG on PC before mobile?
I actually started playing PUBG on PC after I have a computer that I have for a racing simulator. But yeah, really, it's just been on mobile. It's so easy to play on PUBG Mobile. It's so um, just accessible. You know, when I'm on the road or even when I'm at home, I can just sit on the couch. And I really have never been a keyboard mouse type player, just because I've never really got the good feel of it. There's too much stuff going on for my brain to really figure it all out, I guess you could say. As funny as that sounds, because we're multitasking as race car
I was
drivers.
about to say, it's not like you're
But
doing more than one thing while on the track. I've seen the car. There's a lot of buttons.
yeah, there's a ton of stuff. We're hitting the switches, thinking about different stuff on the racetrack. So, but I've never been able to get a good handle on mouse and keyboard. So that's why, I mean, I have a large amount of my friend group. We all play PUBG Mobile. My boss, Dale Earnhardt Jr., he plays PUBG Mobile. My teammates play PUBG Mobile. My best friend Grayson plays PUBG Mobile. So with that all being said, we like to get on there. I think it's helped with all of our relationships. We've grown our friendship even more, and that's a cool part of what PUBG Mobile does is you can build friendships and meet some new friends on there and talk to new people, which is really cool.
Well, I even see like on Twitter too, you're kind enough to kind of tweet out your screen name and play with some fans. Is that kind of a unique experience where I don't know other drivers out there, but do others kind of like you being a gamer in that sense? I'm sure is a different avenue that you can take to connect with your fans as opposed to a driver that doesn't play.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely being able to connect through the game is a lot of fun. And I mean, I talk to some of my buddies. I'm not gonna call some of my buddies up and talk to them for 2, 3, 4 hours, however long we actually play for. So, but I'll talk to them for 2, 3, 4 hours when I'm playing PUBG Mobile. So it just feels really natural and fun, and we got to know each other. So, it's a lot of fun.
I can understand I can sympathize with you on not calling your buddies up. I tell my wife all the time, Noah. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just hanging out with some friends." And she's like, "Where?" I was like, "Oh, like what are you doing this weekend?" "Hanging out with some friends." "Where are you going?" "Well, we're just gonna play games like online." And she's like, "That's not hanging out." I'm like, "No, it is, because if it weren't for them, like if it weren't for games, I would never talk to some of these guys ever."
Exactly. I feel the same way. The same way. So it feels really natural, and it's a good way to grow relationships, friendships, and all that kind of stuff.
Now, to backtrack a little bit, you did mention you have a PC for, racing sims and everything like that. NASCAR or racing in general is one that fascinates me, especially being for more of the esports fan of it, because to me, they have accomplished the closest connection between like actual physical racing and then a racing sim where, I mean, you've seen it, people a couple months ago, maybe even more than that. But I don't know if you saw the news story, but like a esports racer, like he raced in Sims, actually beat a physical racer in a car. Like he just learned from the sim on how to race. Uh, is that
Yeah.
something that you've seen growing up doing the Sims and then going to the real car? Like how has that kind of affected the way you practice?
Well, I think we all use it as a tool, but it's more just to learn these different racetracks. It's not really used as a game for us drivers. We use it as a tool in a way to get better. So um, the the PUBG side is fun, and then the racing simulation that's more of a tool. And I think with people, it's a good gateway to get into motorsports. Just simply because it's the closest you're gonna get to it, and you can race right in your living room all hours of the day. So I think that's really really cool.
Right. And I know there's a competition out there that's called World Fastest Gamer, but the winning prize for that is they sign the winner to a real life racing contract. Uh, I mean, is
hmm
that something then as a racer yourself, like how does that mean to you then? Is as far as like, okay, you play a game and now you're a real racer.
Well, I guess I go back to my childhood dreams of just playing NASCAR stuff and always watching NASCAR on TV and always being like, man, this would be cool one day. Hopefully to be a NASCAR driver, you always dream of that, right? And
Right.
then to be able to get the opportunity with those guys and whatnot, I think that's really, really cool, the opportunities that people are getting in this day and age. And I don't think it'd be, I mean, I guess it wouldn't be. I know it wouldn't be available or even thought of if it weren't for gaming and having those combined. And you got to give a big shout out to all these teams and all these organizations. You got NASCAR, F1, all that kind of stuff, and big sponsors who put the time and effort and money into having these esports. And it's really, really special for all these guys. And like you said, one person's going to live out their dream and be the best on there and get a racing contract. So I think that's really, really special for them and really for everybody who has been young and hasn't made it. That's the best opportunity right now. So it's really cool to see that.
Speaking of really cool, I'm going to call you out for the casual name drop earlier of Dale Earnhardt Jr. being your boss. I'd have to imagine growing up, being a fan of racing, like, has that set in? When does it set in that he is your boss?
I guess it feels like he used to be my boss. Now he just feels like my friend, honestly. He's a really cool guy. Just
now do you have to carry him in PUBG?
Yeah, I carry his ass all the time. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I definitely do.
I mean,
carry him.
You're allowed to say it on the show. I don't know if he's allowing you to say it. He might say otherwise.
Well, I didn't. He knows it. He'll say it too. He knows it. He knows I carry him. So started out kind of as a boss and race car driver relationship, and then transition. And like I think, well, he's actually the one who said it. Was I don't think we'd be as good of friends as we are right now, just simply because I mean we talk 2 or 3 times a night about just random stuff, like we were saying earlier, you know. So I think that's so cool to me about just this whole esports and PUBG Mobile deal is the friendships I've been able to make over the past couple of years.
Now, have you been able to attend any esports event?
No, I haven't. I haven't been able to yet, but I want to. I want to get out to some. Hopefully soon. I've been just really busy with the racing here lately, unfortunately. But I'd love to go to a live competition or get more involved that way, just because it's. I mean, if I'm not racing, I'm thinking about PUBG Mobile, and I'm at home playing PUBG Mobile. If I'm not studying film for the upcoming race and stuff like that, so it's one of those things that I'm very, very passionate about, and I hope to get others' passion into PUBG Mobile as well because of my love for it.
Right. Well, so again, we're based out of here in Dallas, Texas. I'm more Fort Worth, literally 10 minutes away from Texas Motor Speedway. If ever you're in town, not for a race, you can call me. We'll play some PUBG Mobile together. We will go to an event. There's plenty of venues around the area. And I know PUBG, as far as just a broad company, right? Even just talking about the PC version and mobile, you've definitely picked a good game to get behind because the developer has definitely put the effort into the game, right? Especially for a mobile game, you don't see that a lot. A lot of developers will kind of just set it and forget it. But with PUBG Mobile, It almost seems like they're paying just as much, if not more, attention to their mobile platform than their PC.
I definitely agree with that. It runs so smoothly on all mobile platforms, and it's a little bit different than how the PC game is, but I kind of like it better, especially for a guy who maybe can't spend all the time in the world to develop his skills. It's the perfect amount of aid for the player to really get good at on there and everything. So it is really, really refreshing, I guess I could say. to see how much time and effort they are putting into PUBG Mobile and how well it runs, like how smooth the game runs, just all together. So I've been thoroughly impressed with the way the game is, and man, I don't even know how many games I've played on there. There's so many matches I've been playing over the past year and a half to 2 years, and I'm thankful I found it. It's great to be a little bit of a headache in the morning times when I wake up, and I got an early meeting to go to at the shop where I got hit practice to go do or something along those lines. Just because I'm up late, 2-3 o'clock in the morning. There's been a lot of those nights here in the last 2 years, but I wouldn't change it for anything.
Do you typically run solo or squads?
So I try to run squad,
All right.
squad or duos, usually.
How many wins we talking, Noah?
I don't know why. Do what?
How many wins we talking? Be honest.
I'd say, I mean, I just played that new payload mode. I got 15 kills on that. Like guys who are ace, crown, platinum.
It's actually
pretty good guys.
I was gonna say that's respectable though. 15 kills is not that's not shabby at all.
I don't know. I'm looking at my stats right now on my iPad. I play iPad. I started out playing on my iPhone, and then I soon switched over to playing on iPad. Dale convinced me to switch to my iPad. You can just see so much better, but I'm not. There's some.
Well, he's older too. He needs the iPad. You know, you're young. Your eyes can handle the iPhone.
Exactly. So this season we've played. So this season I haven't gotten to play as much as I'd like to, just because we've been going every single week. But
it is playoffs.
I've won half of. Yeah, it is the playoffs. I've won half of the games that I've played.
That's not bad though. 50. Like I'm awful at battle royale games. So a 50% win that's professional level there. Noah. When are you going to ditch this NASCAR racing thing and go professional PUBG Mobile? When is Junior gonna get you a team?
Oh, I found my one sec. So season 4, I've had 41 matches, 18 wins, kill death ratio of 11.48.
11.48 KD.
Yeah.
So you're a hunter though. Like you don't hide in bushes with that KD.
Yeah, I am a hunter, definitely.
That's impressive. I wasn't. I won't lie to you, because we're friends now. I was not expecting that.
Like I'm pretty. I don't want to say I'm great, but like I've gotten opportunity to play. So season 6 duos, 33 matches played, 11 wins, 123 kills. That's a little bit lower KD. That's 5.
Do you follow any of the pro scene?
I follow a couple guys.
There you go.
I can't tell sometimes who's pro and who's not, but Liquid. There's a guy named Liquid, and then Zute, and then a guy named Hitman that I play with.
Yeah, Zute's 4th ranked in the world, so you're in good company.
Yeah, he does all right.
Yeah, you're in good company then, or should I say, he's in good company? Because it sounds like you might be the hard carry.
I'd say I'm in good company. He's pretty damn good. He followed me the other day, so that was pretty awesome.
Right.
He's pretty damn good at the game, and whatnot. So I think just overall, I have a lot of fun with the game. I love playing. Man, it's just fun. I wish I had, I guess, more time to play during the day, because if everybody would ask me, I normally get the question that just dawned on me. What would you do if it weren't for racing? Like, what would you be if you weren't a race car driver? And it just dawned on me that I would probably be a PUBG Mobile player competitively.
Well, it sounds like you probably could.
I mean, I like to have fun on there, and you should add me. We should play sometime soon, and
Yeah.
I'll show you the skills that I got.
You will have to carry us. There's no doubt in my mind you will have to carry us.
Well, I will try my best. Obviously, some days are better than others, but right now in the current season, um, it's going pretty good for me. And I play a lot of arcade though, so I guess yeah, I am down on my games right now because I've been playing a lot of arcade. I've loved sniper training here recently, and I pop off bolt actions with the 4x scope. I pop off at that.
That's your bread and butter.
Yeah, primarily a M24 or the ALM, but I still pop off with the Car 98 when I get the chance.
So see, like I said,
it has to be.
I am awful. So my play style is definitely the find a bush, sit in that bush, and then like I'm that guy who gets winner chicken dinner with like 2 kills, and I just tell people I don't show my kill count at all. I'll crop that out of my screenshot when I win, so no one knows.
I'll tweet. Joe, do you play any arcade? Like, are you pretty familiar with PUBG Mobile at all, or no?
I'm not as familiar. Like I played like the basic though. I haven't gone on since the last couple of updates. I'll have to hop on with you though.
Yeah, definitely. Soon you'll have to get on, and we will. We'll get after it for sure.
Yeah, it sounds like I said. Like this is what you do. So because you have leverage, you know, you're almost rookie. You could be rookie of the year. You're having a wonderful season for your first in Xfinity. You have the leverage here, Noah. What you do is you go to Dale and you say, Dale, because I assume you call him Dale, right? And you say, what's his, you know what? I want to know his screen name, but you don't have to give it on the show because then everyone's going to add him. But maybe it's just Dale. You go, hey, listen here.
It's Daddy, and then it's not Dale, it's something else. When we play a game, I'll send you.
Yeah.
Send me a request whenever I'm playing. He's always wanting to play, and so he texts me all the time, asks me, "Hey man, you want to play?"
I'll text you my info. I'll text you my info then, and that way you know it's my name for sure. You go up to him and say, "Listen, all right, I'm Rookie of the Year candidate, Mofo Noah Gragson. All right, I want to be a racer, and I want to be a PUBG Mobile pro. So that way, Junior Motorsports makes a PUBG Mobile team. You practice PUBG during the day, and then racing in your free time. And that's how you get away with both."
I like that.
And that's what I did with my wife. I was like, listen, how do I always have to watch sports and esports? Oh, I'll create an esports podcast. Therefore, I'm working, babe. I'm not just playing games. I'm working.
I like that.
And that's
exactly right.
That's how you run the house. That's
smart. Luckily, I'm not married, so.
Well, don't get married, because if you're married, then your pro gaming career is out the window. I can attest to that.
Yeah, that's how it seems like with everyone.
There's no doubt in my mind that I would be a pro gamer right now, but my wife and child is ruining my life on that front. But
you'll have that sometime.
Give or take. All right, Noah. Well, I won't waste too much more of your time here. I will give you the shout out though here for all our listeners. Go follow Noah on Twitter at Noah Gragson. That's Gragson. That's the same for Instagram, correct?
Yep, all my platforms.
All right. And be sure, and we'll tweet this out as well on our Twitter at The Center Ring, but be sure and vote for Noah for Xfinity Series Most Popular Racer at NASCAR.com/Xfinity Most Popular Driver. So I see that you're getting a lot of those. You retweet that a lot.
Right. Yep.
Does that feel good being a rookie?
Yeah, it feels really good just having the support and everything. It's quite special. Just to have that support through everyone, and it means a lot, not only to me, but I think to everybody who really follows me and supports me and who's a fan of me, you know. So
they really do talk about you a lot though on the like I don't know if you ever go back and watch the television broadcast of your race, but they really do talk about you a lot. Did you know that? Or at least at Kansas they did.
No, I didn't know. Well, a little bit, but I'm still always striving and working to get better. So I do go back and watch it, and I guess I don't really notice it, if that makes sense.
Right. I mean, you're playing too much PUBG Mobile. Like, you know, you don't have time for that. It's like it's out of the car and play.
That's right.
I think this is what you'll do here, okay? The next race you win, get out of your car and just act like you've been there before and just start playing PUBG Mobile in the winner circle.
I should.
Like, yeah, just.
I think I'll have to do that. How about this next weekend in Dallas?
That's right. Yes, when you win in Texas Motor Speedway, I want you just to get out and just walk by the fence where all the fans are at, but just as you play PUBG, and just be like, 1 second. It's a top.
PUBG.
Yeah, it's a final 10 situation here. Okay, PUBG Mobile.
That's right.
Excellent.
That's right.
Before I let you go, we always get this from our guests that we have on the show. It's what we call our audio signature. If you will, we always like to play it before every podcast, but you will, if you could say, hey, you state your name and whatever you want to say, and you're listening to The Center Ring.
Hey, this is Gragson, driver of the PUBG Mobile Camaro in the NASCAR Xfinity Series for Junior Motorsports, and you're listening to The Center Ring.
What a professional. You've done that before, I can tell.
Yeah.
All right, Noah. Well, hey, again, really appreciate you spending the time with us today. Again, everyone go follow him, give him your love and support at Noah Gragson. Vote for him for most popular driver. And like I said, he tweets out his PUBG name, PUBG Mobile. Go ahead, play with him. One day you might be able to play as him, maybe. And download PUBG Mobile right now and get in the action with Noah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I'll see you guys.
All right. See you, buddy.